Reynardo would just be one with everything. The Emperor would die, and the wheel would turn, and all would be restored without rancor, without sorrow, without pain. And power would corrupt them too, and death would make grief, and grief would lead to hatred. He must lead by example. Reject the violence. Reject the desire to create violence. But how? What he had to do was nothing. He had attained enlightenment. He sat down, adopted a full lotus position, and began to meditate. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Or so a scholar in the mountains had told him. Surely the weapon that banished the lost gods could defeat the Emperor. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lupino needed rescuing. Of course, Reynardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lupino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Reynardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
So that was our very first path, because I was how shall I call it, a hero that follows his heart. And that's how I normally play most games that give you choices. I'm a chaotic good person, if one doesn't know. And then my second run, I tried to go through the mysterious temple, and then I found enlightenment. I turned out to be a hippie type hero. So I do like in terms of game mechanics, like they actually indicate what path you had and what path you didn't take, which was shown on the bottom right with the symbols, which is fantastic game design. And also the exclamation mark that shows you the path that you didn't take. Again, great game design. So let's continue. So you can't make new old friends. The rebellion was out of time, and Reynardo needed a game changer. Even though Lupino wasn't what anyone would consider a game changer, he could come up with some harebrained schemes. Maybe rescuing him was worth it. Build the Sky Ripper. An ancient artifact that defeated the lost gods would indeed be a game changer. Though it was split into two pieces many years ago, Reynardo could rebuild it by first getting its armature. Find the temple. A mysterious temple has risen out of the desert. The Emperor has sent his ravens to search for the Iblis stone. The ancient artifact may contain the power to bring down the Empire. So, obviously I'm going to use build the Sky Ripper because I already know he's betrayed to the other side, and the Iblis stone, although I did manage to overpower it, my eventual enlightenment made me cease to be. So we're going to go build the Sky Ripper.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces. What could have brought them to light? This Emperor, Isengrim III, had once been kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Reynardo could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
So the Emperor's trying to get the old gods to come back, eh? Interesting. I wonder why.
As he set foot on the island, Reynardo couldn't help feeling a bit curious. Was Lupino still waiting to be rescued? No. He was probably drinking champagne with the ravens. Did ravens drink champagne? Did rabbits? Reynardo felt oddly thirsty, come to think of it. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Reynardo never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Well, we can. So as you can tell, there's a lot of background noise, and I'm hoping it doesn't get picked up through the microphone, but if it has, I do apologize. Not much I can do. I don't have my own place, so you know, I'm sharing it. Anyway, it's enough of my personal.
Have you ever felt you were just going round in circles? Bernardo felt like that.
Man, I love the developers and everyone else that worked on this game. Like, I was just doing this just so I can keep talking, but to think that they will even input something like that is amazing. Now, where was I? I just want more treasure. I have to say, I love my treasure. Treasure, treasure, treasure. Still don't have enough for a void sword though. But let's keep going. I'm pretty sure if I go down there, that's the next spot. So I'm gonna look around for treasure. There it is. I've got a nose for these things, don't I? Either that, or I'm trying to figure out what the developers have done, and the map creators, and the storyboard. There's a lot of people that work on the game, and I just like to group them up and call them devs because they're all developing. All right, let's see. Have we got any new gems? Nope, just got shield. Lame. Okay, need more water essence. That's already at max. Okay, so we need 7 more wind essence and a lot more ore. Pity. Ooh. Now, isn't that interesting? We're like an ancient artifact area. Wait. What's that?
Don't look down, he thought.
What? Wait. Did I actually fall? Didn't think you can fall in this game. Ooh. Oh. Ha.
Bernardo hated gogglers, but it freaked him out to cut them.
They're kind of freaky. Aha. If only the enemies
The
drop.
people who had built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Sky Ripper could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the lost gods, thousands of thousands had died. But Bernardo had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one.
That is true. But before I lose my train of thought, if only the enemies drop like proper drops, like either health or... Oh, now I'm locked behind here. Stuff like that, you know.
Sometimes, Bernardo really hated inanimate objects.
Alright. I can do time mastery. Countering attacks last second. Or I can do through the enemies. Or I can do inflict damage on hooked enemies. Countering now causes damage. Impaling your enemies on a sword when you grab them causes damage. Getting kick and throw distance increased. Oh, that sounds good too. Sword magic increase or increase my health. I think I like to increase stamina.
That could be useful.
And I'll want to run a little bit faster too. Hell yeah. Alright. But I really should just go forward. I forgot they exploded immediately.
Renato could feel his wounds closing. We hope nothing else closed up that wasn't supposed to.
Ah, that's alright, we can always come back. I feel like we should just go the normal route and then we can go back with the different route that we unlock. Ah. Whoa. And hacha, hacha. Go in between. This way better be treasure.
Two eyes good. One eye dead.
Oh, there's nothing here. Alright, I'm just gonna go back because I don't think this is a way to, like, it might be a way to treasure, but not like a dead end treasure. I thought there was something there. Oh, it's too late. The choices have been made. Boom.
No one could beat Renato at hot potato.
On guard. Let's heal a bit. There we go.
That is a very cool sword, thought Renato. No, seriously. He couldn't feel his paw anymore.
Oh, the puns in this game. Oh. I know I said I should go the normal route, and I still believe in that. Ha ha ha! Genius.
See? That wasn't so hard.
Wasn't hard at all. Treasure. Yes, more ore and wind essence, please. I don't think I need water essence anymore. Why is there a hook shot here? Maybe I could have gone that way with the fire anyway. Okay, since that seems to be the way out, I'm gonna go back and see what the other fire altar area. No, that's not really an altar, it's just a fire door. What's that like? Like, what would it have taken me to? That kind of stuff. I sworn I teleported, but so be it. Ooh, got a lot of them now. Yeah, that was a bit late on my part, actually.
Oops. Thought Ronaldo.
Ooh. What's this? Treasure. Okay, from now on I'm just gonna take those other routes because clearly it's so much better.
That had been his mistake before, thinking he could win a battle of wills with an ancient evil all by himself. He had to be cleverer than that, or braver, or something.
Alright. No, I need to go to the workshop. That's what I need to do. Oh well, not much you can do about that. Ooh.
There it was. Skyripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
Interesting. So my thought process is pretty much the same. We're just gonna get the next piece simply because we can probably meet up with Zenobia eventually. Unless the game has been designed not so. For some inexplicable reason, Reynaldo chose Zenobia. Reynaldo has found the armature of the Skyripper. Without the core, it would just be an empty and useless shell. Maybe he should go see Zenobia, who had just invaded a city nearby. She was the Emperor's adopted daughter and the greatest general. But she was also his old friend. Reynaldo didn't know why, but he felt the urge to see her. And the other option? He needed to go get the core of the Skyripper, obviously. The only reason one would seek the armature was to build the legendary weapon that had once banished the lost gods. Obviously, Reynaldo should get the core.